Hello, hello, and welcome back to Oolykee Gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. And I give you Alaska and the first Soviet settlement there. Okay, that's a pretty straightforward info. We have Galask as our initial starting little town. I'm gonna explain everything. We have Danil Industrial Zone. It's just Danil Industrial. We're gonna start naming things more or less in the opposite. We're gonna go on the usual basis, but unfortunately, it's gonna take a while to have the same amount of cities as we had before because we're starting from scratch. Okay, this is gonna be a weird episode because I have to explain a lot of things. Most of this is from top of my head. I did a lot of practice here and I already set up industrial zone and I bought pretty much basic stuff that is required here from the basic hard mode, but not everything. We don't need everything. Really don't need everything, and I will explain as we go. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to stick to the story and the rules we're gonna play by and explain why this is different from hard mode, why is it harder, why is it easier, and this kind of stuff. Okay, so let's start. First of all, the plan is by the end of this year we need to start producing stuff that we're gonna be exporting. Okay, I'm gonna go with my train of thought because I already set up the initial settlement. That would be Galask over here and Danil Industrial Zone. I built everything already because it takes a while to build it. It will be the whole more than one episode for me to build all of this. I did a lot of testing if it's gonna work out or not, but I'm gonna try to explain the logic behind this whole project that we're building here. So we have I'm gonna stick to some hard mode rules. For example, we have 700 apartments over here, or we have 700 places for our people to live. Let's say we're gonna import only 500 people. This is, and with normal education where you get some people, well, hopefully if I don't miss the button or something, but we're gonna go for that. Everything, absolutely everything is gonna be imported from the border. I'm gonna try to cut that as soon as possible. Majority of imports. Okay, the story is by the end of this year, the plan for the Soviet Union, is to populate this. If you don't know, if you didn't understand what I said in the why is this Svalbard's big brother? Big because it's bigger area, and Svalbard is an island north of Norway, and after the First World War the Svalbard was designated as kind of international zone under the protectorate of Norway, where Soviet Union and Russia, yeah, Soviet Union was back then. They subsidized coal mining little community up there just to have the people present. I'm not really sure if they're still there. I think something in the last few years happened, but I think there's still Russians living there, but that's obviously a political thing, to have people present there if ever comes a claim that those islands are gonna be so they can lay a claim to the islands. And this is the same thing we're gonna be doing here, or I'm not sure if that's the case, but we're gonna be doing here. The plan is in 10 years to have 50,000 people living here. This is the plan, nothing else. We have to survive. We're gonna have a lot of strict rules here. For example, V3S, we're gonna have those trucks mostly. I have a mod here for these V3S trucks. This comes from Ryan the Skinny. He made this mod and it's approved by him. We're gonna be using crap load, if not all the time, these Praga trucks. You have every single one of them is Praga. We have Praga buses over here. You can see them, these green ones. I have Praga cement mixers. Even though hard mode allows you to have normal cement mixers, we have Praga ones, which are much less capacity. The normal cement mixers have 12-ton capacity. This one has 5-ton capacity. That's fine. We're gonna make it. The band's gonna make it. We have 4 buses. These are buses here, Praga buses. They can carry 5 people only. I put them in yellow colors just to be, you know, kind of construction. These guys can only be green. So yeah, these are big carriers. They can carry up to 40 tons, 30-40 tons of stuff. Well, Ryan said that it should be okay to use those, and they are a little bit, for example, I think they are a little bit overpowered for this because they can carry so much. Now, benefit of all of this, but they're really slow, by the way, they only go 30 kilometers per hour. The benefit of this, having these V3S trucks, is we have limitations, 60 kilometers per hour, so asphalt is not going to be priority, gravel will be. Okay, so I still didn't populate the city. The houses are still empty. So this is the mod. I am gonna make a separate video about this mod. This is sorry about this. I'm trying to remember who made this mod. All the buildings are the same. They're all from the same mod, and they're wooden buildings. I think it's wood station pack, something like that. This is university, for example. We're gonna have one of those. This is, I think, in the game, it's like woodcutters university for people, you know, being educated in forestry and stuff. We have the school here, so we have a school. We have city council. We will not have it. So in the hard mode, we need to have communist headquarters here. I don't see the need for this, and I think the town hall is enough, and that's why I'm not playing by hard rules. We have a hospital. Hospital is an absolute eye candy. It's peach. I love how this looks. We're gonna see when we finish pubs. We have several different types of buildings. I built only one of them, but as we expand, we will be using different types of buildings. Right, we have stores. We have two different shops, which also I think it could be against the hard mode rules, because we would be able to use trucks bringing food here as a storage, additional storage. The other shop has only one parking space, so I'm gonna keep the trucks here rotating, going to the border all the time, because I can't have only clothes and not electronics. But I think I could put that clothes are sold first, and the truck that carries clothes, and then the second one doesn't have to be wait to unload it. I think I might experiment with that, but we'll see. Anyway, we have one kindergarten. We're gonna need more, but the 500 people that we're gonna settle here, it's gonna be a lot. And this industrial zone here only has few workplaces. That would be asphalt plant and cement plant. We're gonna be importing all the gravel. We have 6 or 7 trucks. I'm gonna show you that carrying. We have 6 gravel import trucks. I'm gonna try to cut that as soon as possible. I placed these conveyor belts. We have to build them ourselves. This is as per hard mode. We're gonna do that, and I have a rock crusher here, and I placed a little. I'm not building this. We're gonna have to build all of this on our own. And of course you can see that we're gonna start with farming. We have electricity. I limit us to 10 megawatts. I don't think we're gonna need more than that. Hopefully we're gonna start with electricity in the next couple of years, but importing electricity is something that I'm pretty happy about. Also, it was a little bit of a mistake, but also not. We have 2 tankers. The small one wasn't good enough to transport all the fuel, especially because we need a lot of fuel initially. We don't need storage for this. I don't need storage for this gas station. It has 40-ton capacity, and that's gonna be enough for whatever we need to. I'm gonna leave the truck bringing cement, bitumen, fuel, and I think electrical components. They're always gonna go border back, because a lot of these buildings have only one parking space. I built this road cargo station. I think this is okay with the rules, so I built this with the initial money, and we're gonna have trucks delivering stuff here and loading it in these areas. You can see I limited them. By the way, hard mode, we're not gonna be importing prefab panels. But like I said, we are not sticking to these rules. I will not say that we are doing a hard mode here. I think we're gonna do some things harder, some things not. Also, houses, I don't know if they're heated or not. They need to be heated, but I don't know if they are heating themselves or not. I don't see let's see here in the mods. I'm just gonna check if houses are producing pollution. Let's go one more time here, and their residential mode. I'm gonna be talking a lot in this episode just to explain the whole layout, and hopefully we're gonna start soon with this. Let me see here. Is this the mod? No, these are the ones. Okay, so they are creating pollution, so they are self-heated houses. I will build the heating plant by the end of this year, before the winter, and we're not gonna be using them heating themselves. I don't know how I can turn this off. I just love this mod, and just because of this mod, I will not play with hard rules. Just because I love this mod so much, and I'm gonna be building these buildings whatever the thing is. Now, why is this not so hard? Because these buildings to build are a little bit cheaper than any brick or other buildings that possibly was intended to be used by hard mode, so we have a little bit money left over. By the way, heads up, we're gonna have to import a lot of people. This is gonna be, we're gonna be pinching pennies by the end of this time. The other thing that we're building here is a grain storage. I think this is Mr. Mauser NATO's grain storage. I'm not sure if this is with the rules or not, but I didn't have time to find this out. There was a lot of talk about the rules, and that's why I decided not to go with the rules. I will try to make it harder. This is really expensive, this storage. We're gonna be building it quite soon. What we're gonna do here, also distribution office, this is gonna be additional to farming. We're gonna have a really rough start in the beginning. Let me see here. Oh, right, let's suspend this construction. I don't want this to be built. Actually, you know what, they can build it. I'm gonna build this road first. You're gonna see when we set this up. Why am I building this these conveyor belts? Because we're gonna have one central storage for gravel, because these industries will, for example, asphalt is not gonna be needed that much, only like paving the parking lots of the buildings that we're gonna be building. Whew, that was a rough one. Okay, initially it's gonna be hard straight away. There's a couple of weird ones. For example, this mod with this is approved by hard mode challenge. These cement plant or concrete production, and the hot mix here, small hot mix plant, and small concrete batching plant. They're perfect. I love them. The lot of rules from hard mode is actually easy because they're much cheaper buildings to build, and it's just a trick how to maintain them. How I'm gonna maintain them is I'm gonna have this cement truck and bitumen delivery just circling from the border and back. We don't need storage for this, so they're just gonna be using fuel going to the border and back, even if they're driving full. We're gonna try to cut number of vehicles going to the border because they're gonna be queues. They're gonna be queues, but I'm gonna try to cut them as soon as possible to minimum. And by the end of the year, I chose this. So we're gonna start exporting livestock. Livestock, why is that? If I go to the prices of the stuff, we can initially food would be better choice because we can use food for ourselves, but that's not important. I don't mind paying for food. Exporting food would be 116 rubles per ton, while livestock is 147, and the livestock requires a little bit less resources to be produced. I think it's 42 tons for 20 tons of food, and livestock is 50% more, so 10 tons of food for 5 tons of livestock. We're gonna be building vanilla factory livestock farm, and this, well, obviously this silo is a little bit different. Okay, I probably missed crap load of stuff here, and I'm not sure. If you correct me if you have any issues, but we're gonna start now. I'm gonna tell you I did a little bit of testing here, and we're gonna have a lot of issues. For example, this building cannot be properly built. Sorry, the conveyor belt, because this building has two-way entrances, and our vehicles are gonna try to enter on the wrong side, construction ones. Why? Because it's a closer one. I don't know if it's a bug because of the game, because of the this building, but they will not be able to unload anything on this side. So I will have to demolish this road when I see vehicles coming in, only just to build this conveyor belt here. We're gonna do that soon, but first we're gonna have to take care of the fuel issue. I will speed this up a little bit, and we're gonna start. Sorry about talking too fast, hopefully you guys can understand me. Fuel is gonna be a big problem. A lot of trucks want to be refueled, and a lot of them are using a lot of fuel, and you can see that some of them are gonna just stop functioning because they don't have fuel. What I'm gonna do is tell them to go to storage area and wait there, because we have fuel coming. You can see here fuel is coming, and after we resolve this, everything is gonna be well, clearer. Or at least we're gonna resolve this. This doesn't matter. Let them stop here. They're gonna turn around in a few seconds. The only thing I'm gonna have to do, I know that this big truck is gonna get stuck as well, because these big trucks are out of fuel as well. So I'm gonna tell them to go to storage, this one, and then they're gonna get fuel, and everything should be resolved then. Okay, you're gonna see now fuel is arriving at our fuel station. This one is gonna stop, but they're gonna get fuel and they're gonna start working straight away. So what I'm gonna do and tell these guys not to go to storage, or at least that they can go back to work, and this is resolved now. Okay, we can talk about the project, my plan. My plan is like this. We have 19 fields here. We have a couple of small ones and we have a lot of big ones. We start really late in the game. We start in March, end of March. It's a normal start, but the harvest and the sowing season is already started, and we need this farm built like like yesterday, as soon as possible. What this is a, oh right, so this is a farm, this is a mod farm as well, which I don't know if it's by the rules or not. This is for 12 vehicles here. This is a farm we're going to be building, and we're going to have 12 vehicles. What I'm going to do straight away after this farm is done, we will be buying all tractors. Just get that seed in the ground. Next year is going to be easier, we're going to have more time, but as soon as the harvest, as soon as we finish the farm, we need this done like yesterday. Literally, this needs to be done really fast. I already set up the lines, so we can talk about this. I don't want to make a lot of mistakes because this is really hard. If we make one mistake, it can, like, we can fail because it's hard. But once we have everything up and running, it's gonna be smooth sailing. So what's happening here? They already delivered enough fuel, so technically I can even retire one of the delivery trucks here, the tankers. This is bitumen, but I can retire the other one because it's not going to be needed. I can retire a big one, actually. These buses here are going to be buses delivering people from our city to our industrial zone. So from Galask to industrial zone over there. Okay, so now comes the people part. I'm gonna explain this. This looks like it's working out nice. We need people because cement and asphalt are not gonna work on their own. Okay, I'm gonna pause here to explain town a bit. So we have 20 buildings, 35 capacity each one of them. So we have 5 over here, 5 over here, 5 over here, and 5 over here. Okay, so to have 500 people here, well, first of all, we're gonna need food. I'm gonna put the speed up here, and I'm gonna wait for the food trucks. I'm not buying anything, even initial stuff is being bought here. Nothing, no, except electricity. Everything else is bought on the border crossing, which is fine. We're gonna be fine. I already tried this, tested it. Oh, and of course, cheat mode activated. We're gonna go for cheat mode with line spacing. This might be against the hard mode challenge rules, but with all due respect, don't care. I mean, like, care. I really want us to have fun, to have this challenging. Well, set this as hard and to succeed, but I cannot claim that this is hard mode challenge or anything like that, because it might as well not be, because we're using some stuff that is not on the list. But let's face it, the list of mods should be expanded daily because guys are putting mods out that are quite legit, that could be used here, but it's impossible because this is a really nice and noble project from a couple of modders to create this hard mode challenge. It's just, as a person who makes YouTube videos, I also have to make this fun. You know, we can't be exporting gravel for 20 years and then building our second city after that time. We have to do a little bit faster, but let's see. I'm expecting you guys to contribute as much as you can in the comment section. Let's see if we can make this work. So we have our first trucks arriving here. I'm gonna pause this for a second. This is supplies for our people, so we can start populating this. So what I'm gonna do now is 35 people per building. I'm going to be populating 12 buildings to 100%. That should give us 420 people with 35 each. So let's start with this. I'm gonna populate these buildings. So well, closer to town center, because all the roads are muddy. I didn't buy any. I destroyed some of the roads, by the way, in the map. I'm gonna explain this as well. Let me populate this because this is gonna be challenging. I don't want to misclick and import wrong workers. So we're gonna have 12 of those buildings populated fully with people with normal migrants. So the calculation is 1,500 points in a hard mode challenge. You have in the initial year to start populating the map. That means and one immigrant from third world costs 1 point, the immigrant from a Soviet bloc costs 3 points, and the college educated people cost 5 points. I believe so, yeah. So I'm gonna only populate with these, but there's also trick or cheat to it, because when you populate the whole house with these people, you actually get college educated people with them, and they are gonna be enough for us to start running our own city, our own university and hospital and college. So this is kind of trick. Well, it's not a trick, this is how the game works. I can't really import only high school educated people. There's no way of doing that. So there we go. Currently we cannot see the population here. Oh, by the way, There is some people living on this map. I try to demolish their houses, but we can't. But they're minimal amount of people, like 30, 90, something like that. You can see our map here that we have 489 people working age on the map, and we imported 420 people now in Galask. They are I cannot demolish their houses. They live next to some gas stations. I'm gonna leave these gas stations for now. I don't think that's gonna be a big cheat. I can demolish them later as we expand, but I think we're not gonna be using that. I demolished the main road coming here. It was the only asphalt road on the map, is actually where we're building now, and there was a tunnel as well. I demolished the tunnel over here, and this road, you can see where the forest is leveled, and I built mud roads. We're gonna be using mud roads initially. Okay, continuing on, we imported 420 people. We need 80 more. I'm gonna put these edge houses here and import 30 here. Obviously I made a mistake, but let's go 20, and then we're gonna go for 2 more here and 2 more over here. That's it. This is everything that we need. If we go for population of the whole country, you can see that we imported 500 people. We have 569, so 69 people are somewhere living on the map. These are the Americans who decided to stay once this fell under Soviet administration, or at least the economy board. Okay, so this is more or less it. I think we have everything covered here. Now the rush is on. People are gonna start populating the bus stops in a second. They're gonna go to shops and all that stuff. You can see that they're coming to work there. I mean, food is coming in a few seconds, that's fine. So we have meats already delivered, and that's going to be used as additional storage. Unfortunately, we need more food, so this truck is going to go there and back. Like I said previously, we do have these trucks delivering electronics, and electronics are not needed, especially in the beginning. What I'm going to do now, tell this guy with the clothes, because clothes are very much needed, because your people are going to start escaping. I'm going to tell them to stop, to wait until unloaded with the clothes, and they're not going to get electronics, or they're gonna have electronics that they have already here, but any additional electronics will be supplied after the clothes from the truck are sold in the shop, so we have less vehicles on the border crossing. This is kind of the goal. Okay, so we have here gravel already delivered, so our construction office is 3 kilometers away. I populated it fully, even though I don't think we're gonna need it, especially not... I only bought 1 paver and 1 roller, because asphalt is not gonna be thing for a while. So, farm. This is the plan. We're rushing to build this farm. I tried this, I tested it. Usually it's around 28th of April that this farm is done. We need people here ASAP so they can start working in concrete mixers and elsewhere. Here we go. They are coming in. And we're gonna see the cement mixers and other trucks rolling out like crazy. Whew, that was a rough one. 22 minutes into this second segment of the video, and coffee time. By the way, happy Sunday, guys. I hope you're gonna enjoy this. I'm loving it. I tested this several times. I'm kind of bored of it already, and I know that it's gonna work. My plan is to... Well, I don't know if it's gonna work. I mean, like, by the end of the year, we're gonna start exporting stuff. We have technical services here. It's gonna be really rough in the beginning. We're gonna be pinching pennies. We're gonna have to reshuffle some vehicles around. For example, we're gonna have a lot of trucks picking harvest from the fields in the beginning, but I'm gonna have to get them to start exporting livestock as soon as we start producing livestock, because this is gonna be more important. We need to start getting money in. Okay, some of the American... Yeah, I used some American vehicles as well, so I'm not using only stationary vehicles. This is stationary vehicle over here. We also have American vehicles, the excavators. So the storyline is that we can buy American equipment because this is still... America. It's just the political divide after the crisis in Cuba was that Alaska is open to Soviet companies as well. Okay, so what's the story behind this? By the way, I'm gonna put a couple of notes that I did a research. Alaska got a statesmanship, or became a state, in 1959, so this story goes just before it became a state. the Soviet Union pressured US to do this, and it didn't become a state. And by the way, oil was found in Alaska in 1968, I believe, so not even now. It's 1960, so the oil is not even found yet. So I'm expecting not to export oil. Actually, I'm gonna try not to export oil at all, as per hard mode rules, hard mode challenge rules. So we're gonna be exporting food, alcohol, livestock, whatever we need to export. Well, initially, obviously, we're gonna be based on farming. Okay, so we have initial deliveries done here. I'm gonna start on this. This is gonna be really challenging. I'm gonna start on this one. We need to finish this part over here as soon as possible. Concrete is still not needed, so I'm expecting for them to deliver most of the stuff from here like soon. I will be butchering this road several times. You can see that one truck is actually... No, okay, still not coming here. And as soon as I see any delivery truck coming here with people or stuff, I'm gonna cut this road over here, and there we go. The green vehicle is gonna turn right over here, and I'm gonna cut the road because they will want to enter this way. And this is the problem with this little mod, because they will try to enter in the wrong direction. So I'm gonna have to do this few times. I'm gonna let them unload now. You can see that they're coming, but I'm afraid that if another vehicle wants to come in here, I'm gonna have to try to cut this road as soon as possible. So they delivered steel now. These are the delivering mechanical components. Rest of it is gonna be built perfectly fine. It's just this conveyor belt over here that's gonna be initially a problem. Okay, I need to continue monitoring this, because now I'm pretty sure that they're gonna try to deliver the crane for this construction. Let's see how this is gonna work. The vehicles are coming back, and I'm pretty sure that next delivery will be crane. Let's see, they're parking not here, at least. They're probably delivering something elsewhere. And also we can expect the yellow construction buses that they're gonna start delivering their own stuff here. Okay, we have some other construction happening, and I can see that they're still not delivering cranes here for some reason. Oh yeah, I think probably people need to be delivered first. So I'm gonna monitor these yellow buses. They're delivering workers. I built a little pad here, so all this public transport is also shipping people to farm. We need to build this farm ASAP, as soon as possible, because this is the most important thing at the moment. The next important thing, we're gonna cross that bridge when we come to it, but the next important... Oh, please don't carry people... Oh, bollocks. Okay, they're carrying people to the farm. I want to finish this as soon as possible, so I want them to finish construction of this conveyor line, just this one, so we can start on everything else. And also, at the moment, you can see... Oh, yeah, they started the concrete deliveries. This is a bad... This is a problem, because now we're gonna have a lot of concrete trucks coming here, and that's gonna prevent me from removing the road, because there's a lot of traffic over here. Okay, so you can see that a lot of... I'm gonna pause for a second. You see that a lot of our dumper trucks are not being used. So I'm gonna start on this little road here. Why am I starting on this road? Because later on it's gonna be challenged, because we're gonna be loading our own gravel through here soon. So I need to monitor how everything else is happening here. Still not delivering crane. Obviously, how construction works. Here we go. We finished something. I think one stage of the farm was finished. And let me see. The only two things we need right now over here is gonna be crane. We're missing crane. Where is it? I hope that it's not on the way or something. We have one... Oh, no, it's here. The both cranes. And this is the only thing I'm gonna have to monitor. I'm sorry for this. It's not really realistic or unrealistic that I'm doing here. It's just what needs to be done. Because this is gonna... I'm gonna have to buy. I'm gonna have to purchase this, which is a no. Julian, I'm looking at you. And here we go. We have a crane on the way. And I'm gonna do... and cut the road here, because he's gonna try to unload the crane on this side, but he cannot enter this building on this side. So this is the problem. What do we have here? No people yet. This truck wants to go back. Let me see. Okay, we can give him option to go away, but I'm gonna have to monitor for these yellow trucks. The city should be working fine now, and like I said, farm is alpha and omega of everything. Oh, we already have fire or something. Okay, but we have a fire. Oh, they have the cutest fire station here. I'm gonna show you this. I'm just gonna see where our yellow buses are there. This is the fire station. It has one truck. I'm gonna focus on it. The mod is amazing. This is my favorite mod now. Anyway, monitoring yellow trucks. Oh, here we go. Pause. 27th of April. Farm is done. You can see farm here is done. I'm gonna buy 12 tractors. Just get the seed in. By the way, the seed is gonna rot. Not rot. The harvest is not gonna be 100% completed, even though we're gonna give our best to do it, because we are starting late. Okay, so let's finish this awkward part from here. I can see that a bus is coming in this direction. I'm gonna cut the road. I'm gonna wait for the second bus because I'm pretty sure that this one is coming here as well. And now I'm gonna rebuild this road because they're gonna come into the building from the right side. And I think these people that are being delivered here to work on this construction are gonna be enough to finish this conveyor belt. Okay, they already finished this one. I'm pretty sure I didn't pay for it. Yeah, I think it's fine. And they're gonna finish this conveyor belt, and this is perfect. Let's continue on and construct everything else here. The most important is going to be this central tower. This is going to take for the longest time to build, but we're going to start on all of these constructions. It's going to be steel here and mechanical components. I increased the storage of mechanical components because of this, and also soon we're going to start on construction of heating for the village here, for town. Okay, this is stage 1 done with us starting to plant. Stage 2 will be to start construction of the distribution office, and this is gonna take a long time to build, this grain storage here. So I'm gonna start on grain storage straight away. It requires 142 tons of boards. This is gonna be the rough one, because that means that this truck is gonna have to go full there and back with boards like 4 times, and they're driving on mud. You can see the border crossing, how it looks like. It's like this. It's gonna be like this for a while. As soon as they build these conveyor belts here, I'm gonna redirect all the dumper trucks to this storage. By the way, I also did a little bit more testing with this, and I know that gravel will be faster imported than we're gonna be able to process it, but I will go to process our own gravel as soon as, well, not really as soon as possible, as soon as I see fit, because we're gonna be, after planting this, the most important thing is gonna be to get these crops off the fields. One other thing I think we can do here is create one of these road cargo stations. I'm just gonna see how much it costs. This is not so expensive, but it's gonna require a lot of maybe this, I haven't tested this, but I think if I try to build this road cargo station here, it actually is a smart idea, because they're gonna be able to unload crops faster. At least I think they will. So let's do a little bit of a test. This is not expensive. 7,000 to buy, but we're gonna build it ourselves. So I'm gonna try to connect this road cargo station here. I wanna chop this pad here in as little pieces as possible. So I'm thinking about getting the gravel laid here first. So I'm gonna place this like this, and I will industrial connection. I'm gonna build it straight away, and like this, and they can start on this. They can start through the silo on the industrial connection. And I'm gonna try to gravel this road here, and then I'm gonna build a connection to this cargo station. Right, everything is, I don't know if I'm making any mistakes here, guys. Let me know. I'm really trying to get this hard, like, to have a little bit more challenge. It's not like I'm wanna do some goal or prove that it can be done. I am not the sharpest tool in the shed. I'm not the smartest guy out there, and I'm not challenging, you know, hard mode challenge. And this is what I'm saying from the beginning. This is not a hard mode challenge. We're gonna do it a little bit differently. I respect what people did there, and it's amazing, and I love these kind of things, but I also have to make a YouTube video for this, and I know that exporting gravel or that kind of stuff, it's painful. But anyway, it's not like I won't export nuclear technologies or industries. I'm not saying that we're not gonna export oil or fuel and that kind of stuff. I'm saying that we're definitely not gonna do it in first, I don't know, 5 years or something. We're gonna stick to agriculture, and I think this is a good way forward, because soon enough, in the next couple of years, I'm expecting us to start producing our own meat and food, and exporting and producing for ourselves, for our own needs. Okay, so what's important in this game as well is happiness of your people. I will pause this for a second. We lost a couple of days. I didn't expect that this is gonna happen, but what we're gonna start doing, they're not happy, they're not fully happy people here. You need to give them this is what is this? This is a village center, the community center, let's call it, and we have a gym here, some kind of gym. I will set both of those buildings to be constructed, but also I will upgrade the paths going to those buildings like this, and I can tell them to construct all the paths here and construct these buildings as soon as you're done with the paths. Okay, so what's important here, people will not start. Oh, and there's this one here. Let's this is the town hall. I like this town hall. It's really small, but it's gonna give us all the information we can. So it's kind of even on the cheaty side because it's so small and easy to build. So it's not, that's why I'm saying that some of the things that I'm gonna be doing, it's not hard mode challenge. Okay, so we need crops. This is just idea I had now that this is definitely gonna speed up our unloading, and this is what I'm gonna try to do. We're gonna have this. We're not gonna have enough money to fill distribution office all the way, so I'm gonna go for, I don't know, 10-15 trucks. We'll see how it's gonna go. Also, they're gonna be these Praga trucks, the V3S ones. Okay, let's see the news. We already had one fire. What was on fire? The house. Okay, house. And that's an empty house. Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys, what do you think about this? What do you think about the setup? What do you think about our prospects? Many of you already said that we're not gonna make it. It is going to be challenging. I'm not saying we're gonna make it. I know in a lot of testing, when I pushed it, when I played my cards right, we can get next year around 20,000 rubles a month exports. But I think we can do better than that as well. We'll see how it's gonna go. We're gonna base ourselves on the production of this is again a vanilla farm. The farm is not important now. Not even a silo is important. The silo is only important because it takes a long time to build it, because it requires a lot of workers, a lot of work hours. You will see how it goes. It's gonna be done. I think it's gonna be done before harvest, but it's gonna be close. But I'm not worried. I think it's gonna be fine. So what I'm waiting now for these tractors to stop working on the fields, so that I can start graveling up the roads. We're getting a lot of gravel here. Did we construct this? We set this for construction. We have a lot of gravel, 155 tons, but trust me, for the roads that we're gonna start doing, it's gonna take we're gonna need more gravel than that. And as soon as we are done with this, and of course as soon as we are done with our people being happy, that means gym and center here, the community center. I still didn't build a pub, and Pickled Pint, Babushka, the Pickled Pint of course is gonna be the pub. I'm gonna build it somewhere. The problem with this city at the moment is that it's badly connected, not because of our infrastructure, well, because of the infrastructure, because it's mud. And some people, for example, from other side of town cannot get to all the stuff like gym for example. Okay, maybe let's see, from this corner you cannot, these guys cannot go from this house. There's already somebody living in this house. They cannot go to the shop and purchase clothing. This is bad. So you can see here when I press it again, the clothing shop over here is not being serviced. It's not in walking distance. But we're gonna start working on this ASAP. You can see that this path is already done, and this is assigned to construction office. Some of the paths are gonna be finished here, and I will be building an outside grid of these paths around the houses first, and then we're gonna, because they're gonna have faster way of going around town, and then we're gonna start on the central, upgrading the central paths. That's gonna be during the winter times. I'm not gonna do it now, but I'm kind of confident that this is gonna be working out. I'm gonna prevent our people to go to this station, even though it's not a small station. We're gonna have enough people, but just because they're not gonna get what they're looking for anywhere else. But in this city, there's no way of us connecting this anyway. Right. So farms. You can see that they're finishing the fields now. As soon as they move to other fields on the other side, I'm going to be upgrading some little bits and pieces of the road here, because transporting these crops to the silo is going to be crucial, and we'll see how it's going to work. Like I said, this is all new to me as well. For example, this cargo station that we are building here, this is not something I did in testing, and it just came to me. Also, it's going to cost around, like, it costs 7,000 to build. It's not going to be much different when you deliver all the materials here, so it's going to be pricey to build it, especially steel. Everything else, it's kind of a little bit cheaper, but steel is going to be a big one. Anyway, how are we doing here? Of course, the most important part is going to be the last one. You can see that we're missing a lot of gravel here, but you can see that, for example, let's see here. Yeah, this needs to be built as soon as possible. Of course, I can import workforce. I know, Julian, you're cursing my name for not doing it, but I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for our buses to finish this off, the last segment. The problem with this is that these trucks that are loading gravel, they are taking a long time to load this gravel. But you can see that this guy is delivering crane to this. That means that this is now probably top priority for our construction office, so they're gonna start working here. And I'm pretty sure that these buses that are going to our city, to our town, are actually getting workers for the conveyor belt, last conveyor belt. I'm gonna increase the number of workers working on these projects here, because we have so many workers out of jobs. So I'm gonna just, as soon as you get materials, finish those sucker off as soon as possible. So the gyms and other stuff will be, you know, finished. Unfortunately for us, the first thing that's going to be finished will be the city council. We'll get all the information and happiness of people ASAP, but more important would be the cultural center and the gym to be finished for health and happiness of our people. Okay. That's about it. I think that's an interesting intro, and I'm gonna expect a lot of comments from you guys. You can see that our tractors are done, but they're still leaving the fields. I will start on some of the roads. It doesn't matter. I'm kind of hoping that we're gonna be able to finish this one as well. That's gonna take time. Let's see, do we have tractors over here? These guys are finished, and this is going to be a big project, this road over here. I'm going to start with those, and then let's see, tractors over here, this one, so we can start on the road cargo station. And since they're going to have access to this road from both sides, I can get this one here. So these are the main roads we're going to be building now, and they're going to require a crap load of gravel, like 100 tons here, 32 tons here, 50 tons here, and 58 tons here. So it's going to be like 200-300 tons of gravel for this. We only have like 165, but gravel is slowly coming in. Okay, pause. You can see now that the conveyor belt is done. Is it? Yeah, it's done. So I'm going to use this gravel import lane, and I'm going to just assign all the other trucks that I see coming in here that are delivering gravel other than this storage area here. You can see that this guy is... Why are you standing there? Go there. Doesn't matter, he just needs to move away. Okay, and I need 2 more trucks. I'm gonna catch them as they go. Let's see, this one is hot mix. Okay, so this truck over here is bringing asphalt to the asphalt plant, so I'm gonna assign him straight away. Go to industrial aggregate storage. That's fine. And I need the last one. I have 2 trucks delivering gravel to cement plant, and I'm pretty sure that this one might be it. No, it's this one. No, and do we have a third one? Here we go. Small concrete batching. So which one are you? You are this one. Okay, perfect. So this is the last one we have. I'm just gonna copy paste gravel import to this guy, and hopefully he's gonna go to, yes, aggregate storage first. So all of our gravel trucks now are on the gravel import route or line, and we have 9 of them. 9. Yeah, that was 9. I thought it was 8, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, it was 3 coming here, and all of our gravel is gonna be centrally stored here. Now, real quickly, I should have done this earlier, but I need to reassign gravel to be loaded here. There we go. So this is why I built this road first, because when we upgrade, you cannot really upgrade this road without redirecting gravel loading back to this storage. So I just wanted to put this out of the way so we can upgrade rest of the roads and they have access to this gravel loading facility. And that's it. From now on, it should be a little bit smoother sailing. I didn't encounter any big issues with any of this stuff. It is important for us to finish these buildings for our people as soon as possible. Education, as you can see, the research, I'm not going to bother ourselves with that. That's going to be next year or something. With chemicals and mechanical components, that's going to be later down the line. Even though I don't think I have any problem of processing imported steel into mechanical components and that kind of stuff. So yeah. Another rule or rules regarding this will be that we're not going to be exporting chemicals, and that we're not going to be exporting anything that is built with imported parts. So I'm not going to be processing oils. I will not be processing and exporting. I might import oil and then use it for our own fuel, but I'm not really sure that that's a smart thing to do. What I'm thinking about importing, I don't know. We can import crops and then use that meat for our own factories or alcohol or something like that for our own stores. But this is going to be name of the game for next year or so. This is the setup, and we're gonna have to maintain our industrial capacity. So we're gonna have to maintain the farm for this year until the end of the year, and then we're gonna have to upgrade the city this year, because the people can't walk everywhere, and I think we're gonna need a little bit more houses as well. But once we upgrade the gravel like paths and stuff, it's gonna be a different pair of shoes. This is gonna be done in seconds. And you can see here that we have all the materials delivered to our town hall. I will increase the number of workers to maximum so they can speed through this construction and just go and do the other stuff that they do, the voodoo that they do so well. And there we go. This is exploding now. It's going to be done in seconds. We do need to finish. This is not important building. This is just for statistics. That we see the population, that we can monitor myself that I'm not cheating and stuff. But anyway, it's done. So this is our town hall. 5 workers work only there. This is also a cheating, let's say, because usually you need like 15 people working here to have statistics of your town. But there we go. We have 6 births, 5 deaths. This is still not good, but I'm thinking it's gonna improve, especially when we build gym and the cultural center. We have 5 here we go, births are going up, and 500 people were imported as per rules. Personally, I don't know, but personally I don't think we're gonna be importing any more people than this. I think the birth rates are gonna be... Here we go, the distribution office is done. This is nice, but I'm gonna start on some small stupid upgrades like this here, which is not crucial, but still... It's gonna speed things up a little bit. The big project is gonna be upgrading this road to the border crossing. Now, you see the border crossing is having an issue here. I did slow down imports. For example, here we go. This one is importing bitumen. Where's the fuel one? I wanted to retire. Actually, let's retire you. This is the fuel truck. It's full of fuel. Doesn't matter. Go and retire. We're gonna get this tanker away from the roads, because it's not required anymore. I will leave it aside. Probably I'm gonna sell it actually, but because there's no need for this big tanker, we can get all the fuel we want with a small one. Okay, the distribution office is going to be helping the farm areas to distribute crops from the fields to the silo storage. This is distribution. This is also, I don't know, some people might think it's cheating as well. I don't think it is, maybe, I don't know. Express your opinions in the comment section. But it's a nice trick that I usually use. We have 19 fields because 20 is the amount of connections you can build or you can assign to one distribution office. So we have 19 fields here that's going to be assigned to this distribution office, and 20 is going to be where they're going to be unloading. So there you go. We are finishing this off. This is going to be built in seconds as well. We can get them more people. This is going to be a little bit trickier, but I'm going to increase number of workers here as well, because they still require concrete and steel to finish this gym. None of the buildings at all were built by panels, I think. I'm gonna just confirm this. Even if they did, I don't really care. I'm not I'm sticking to this kind of like anyway, like let's see, import of materials. We don't have prefab panels anywhere for this whole year. We didn't import prefab panels. I actually found out, interestingly, that prefab panels are not that required. At least I don't see the need for them, especially if we start growing like wood and brick buildings everywhere. I think it's gonna be nice even without prefabs. But look, we can always create our own prefabs. That's a thing. So we can just import cement and we're gonna produce our own gravel, and voila, let there be prefabs. Okay, so next up here is silo is going to be built when it's going to be built. We're going to go and continue constructing our, let me see, yeah, the flatbed open hull trucks here are not being used, so I can set them, I can tell them to finish this construction here. And yeah, even though our dumper trucks should be all of them busy, I think I'm going to start constructing a rock crusher and the quarry over here. Just because at one point it's not a rush, I don't mind importing gravel, but by the time we start exporting stuff, we're gonna need to move these trucks away. Not that because it's cheaper to produce our own gravel or faster, it's actually slower. Cheaper, yeah, you're gonna save some money, but it's slower. At least my testings show that this rock crusher that I chose for processing is a little bit slower than the border crossing. But that also means that you're gonna be using a lot of gravel initially, but once we upgrade most of our roads, I don't think it's gonna be, you know, crucial. So, you know, stockpiling during the winter, and even in these times now, it's well, actually, it's not going to be stockpiling because the projects here are enormous. If we only had enough trucks to deliver this, I think this would be delivered like... We would be at 0 gravel, but you can see that we are... that we are slowly going down with the amount of gravel we have. We have 9 trucks delivering gravel. Oh, tractors are getting back. Some of them are still working, but this is a cue for me that we can upgrade some of these paths over here. I won't be touching this industrial zone yet because I want most of this stuff finished ASAP, and so we can start exporting livestock. By the way, the heating plant, pipe system, all of this stuff is gonna have to be done before we start exporting. So that's gonna be a big project in itself. Harvest is gonna start really late, like end of October, November, I believe. So that's gonna be a huge challenge. A lot of crops will fall or will rot on the fields because we won't be able to pick them up. Also, harvesters are not going to be a problem. Harvesters, we can start on this. Let me just see not to destroy or sell the tractor that we are using. This one doesn't seem to be here. Okay, I don't think we have a couple of... I can just sell you before you go to a fuel station and refuel. Let's sell you. Do we have any tractors here? Are you full of fuel? Yeah, this one is full of fuel, but doesn't matter, we can sell you. I'm done now with the tractors. We use the tractors to the best of our abilities, and the tractors are not needed anymore. These ones, we're gonna go 50-50 from now on. I hope I will be upgrading them. Now, since this is Alaska, and I'm not sure if this is against the rules or not, but I'm gonna be importing American with dollars. I'm gonna be importing harvesters, so I'm gonna go straight away and do that because it's dollars and nobody cares. How much do they cost again? 9,000. So how many of them I can buy? I can buy for another farm, because in the next year or two I think we're gonna have to start with additional farm. But yeah, we have enough money to buy, but the price is gonna go up, so hopefully it's not gonna be more than 11,000, because this is what's gonna cost us money. Okay, so this is the project. This is how things are doing. We have 3 trucks importing individually steel, and I told them steel boards and bricks, and I told them to wait to be unloaded, as well as mechanical components, while electrical components are actually just circling to the border and back, border and back. You can see this is food. This one here, I think, electrical components. I can retire this vehicle because the electrical components are not going to be crucial to any industry. I can just send him to storage, but he's just using fuel, and after we remove these gravel trucks from the border crossing, I don't think we're going to have a lot of issues with you know, queues on the border. So that's the plan. What do you think, guys? I think I'm going crazy. I'm not going crazy, but this is challenging. This was I did a lot of testing. I don't want this to be 2-episode series and fail straight away. You can see that some of the roads are already finished. Perfect. We're gonna continue upgrading roads. Continue on upgrading these. So let's go for this shorter one first, because this is going to be used more than anything else. And I'm not really, we have to be careful. I will not be able to upgrade all the roads. I cannot just set the roads to be upgraded and they're going to be upgraded. No, it's going to be more challenging than this, because some of the roads we will not have enough time, gravel, manpower, whatever, to upgrade all the roads. So I'm going to go bit by bit, and also I'm going to build a big gravel road from here in S-shaped, going to close to Galask over here. And yeah, but like I said, the roads are the most important thing now, because I think that the most important thing that we need to do is get the infrastructure for our distribution office, for our crops to be delivered to silo as soon as possible. It's going to be interesting to see how this is going to work. Like I said, pinching pennies, that means we're going to be trying to save left and right, and getting another 7,000 ruble factory here. Sorry, this thing here, I think it's going to be challenging. It's gonna be still, it's worth 1 truck or something, but yeah, we have this guy to sell. How much do we even cost? 5,000. That's not a lot of money. I think there's more fuel in there. 1,000 rubles of fuel in the truck. Yeah, this is how desperate we are. Not really, it's fine. Right, this is done. This road is almost done. As soon as it's done, I'm gonna go and just connect this one. Come on, chop chop. So we can start on this this one over here. Come on, chop chop. You can do it. There we go. Okay, and then we're gonna go for this gravel road here, constructed. If I do any mistakes and buy something, for example, that I shouldn't or something like that, I'm sorry about that. And this is why I also said it's definite possibility that I can be that stupid. But yeah. This is going to be another big project. This is going to be used a lot, this path here. And we can maybe start on the other side here. Probably should have done this earlier, but I think I'm fine with, let's say, this path and this one, because they have access from both sides here to this. Okay, so this is initially done. I was thinking of upgrading this road even in testing, but this muddy road here, it can stay muddy. We don't really care about this. As soon as we switch to the rock crusher, it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna do another cheaty thing. I'm gonna buy stationary Soviet loading a vehicle over here, so that's gonna be a thing. So again, probably this is not hard rules, but I don't care. But right, so but the only negative side is that he would every so often go and refuel to the petrol station, which is also not a huge thing, but it would be inconvenience. But yeah, I just got used to those vehicles and I like them. So yeah, but not hard mode challenge, not hard. This is just Oolykee hard or something like that. Oh, they're done with this road. Okay, that's nice. You know, I'm not gonna put any more pressure on them here. I will be showing you how our town looks like. Actually, I'm gonna start on heating plant first. So I'm gonna be removing some of the pad here from the heating plant. Go away. There we go. Right, and I'm gonna be building pad for this industry that we have here and to our heating plant like this. Oh, right, and this looks, remove this crap. There we go, and like this. Unfortunately, I have a pillar here. I could have cheated our way and rebuilt this, but no, it doesn't matter. They can walk to the front entrance. It's not a big deal. This can be constructed. This is just 2 paths. That's going to be constructed fast. They can start construction of this. Let's see, factory. How is this doing? This is almost done. We have all the boards delivered, so I'm fine with this. Let's start on the livestock farm, and let's start on our heating infrastructure and the pipes. That's also fine, and we can go with the exchanger. And I think this is everything. Everything is set up to be built, and from now on, guys, it's an open wilderness for all of us, because I'm not really sure what the future holds. I'm pretty sure, I'm hoping that this is all going to be done before winter, and I'm pretty sure it will. and our people are gonna be fine. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be fine. You can see the happiness here. Actually, you don't, but you can see that it's growing. A population is growing. We have 11 deaths and 38 births. For some reason, we have more workers. We had 500 in the beginning. Obviously, these 11 who died are elderly or working age workers, but yet we have another 538 people. So that means 38 people more than initially. That means that these children that we got, there were at least 38 of them plus 11. That would be 49 of them just turned over 21 over in this year or last few months. So that's a lot. We don't need those workers. We really don't. I'm gonna go for 4 over here. Jim is not from the same set. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if if this set of buildings has a gym, but look how beautiful the buildings are. I love it. I love it. This is my favorite mod now for buildings. They're all wooden. They have this kind of pinkish hue to it, or like they look really, really nice. There are 3 different types of buildings, residential buildings in this mod. I'm gonna show you at least the pictures here how they look. These are the best ones because this is kind of apartment buildings. You have small 15 people houses like this. These are bunk beds, and you can see the quality is 41%, really low. This has 71% quality. This is the building you have here, and then you have luxurious, a little bit better, I think 78%. These are the houses with even better living conditions. This is what I'm going to be upgrading to as soon as we get our feet on the ground, or I don't know what proper saying would be to say that we need to start earning money. Even though everything that needs to be built for these houses is going to be imported, but I don't want to put additional pressure to our industrial, like financial system. I don't want to put additional pressure on this. So let's continue upgrading. This is almost done. I think I can continue upgrading with this road here. They can deliver this. A little bit of gravel is going to be 3.7 tons. Deliver it later. 38 tons of gravel is in our storage, and we will need. Well, actually, looks like we are coping with this well. July. I think we're gonna have. Okay, so this is the problem. I don't want to push this too hard, but I think we're gonna have enough time to rebuild this path. And also, let's start planning for this. This is just me building some kind of grid, and this is a hill here. I think it's unrealistic that the road goes here. I mean, from engineering point of view. So I'm just gonna remove this. I'm gonna remove it like this. Maybe I'm gonna build this intersection at one point. But what I wanted to do here is build big road like this. You build a start of the road on this side and start of the road on the opposite side. Maybe a little bit like this. Yeah, like this. And just like this, that's fine. And then connect them. And then you're gonna get like nice S-shaped shape. It's a little bit more realistic, but it still probably would be more realistic to go all the way in the valley here, but I think this is nice. Okay, what I'm gonna do is just pause now and set this to be constructed, and just stop this huge construction, because actually maybe I don't have to. Yeah, I'm gonna stop it just because most of the vehicles are gonna go through the city then, and it's a longer wait. I'm gonna let them finish this one first, so all the gravel can be delivered on this side. It's gonna be faster. Anyway, that's it. Pausing here. That's done. This is the first episode, guys. We're gonna focus on livestock. Hopefully, in the next episode, we're gonna start producing livestock and exporting, start earning money, and then we're gonna start pinching pennies. But that's okay, because we're gonna be upgrading our town to the fullest. We're gonna go upgrading roads, paths, entrances to the hospitals. All that stuff is gonna be graveled out as much as we can, but we're gonna focus on that in the next episode. Of course, we're gonna focus on getting our industry up and running. Right, if you like this, like, subscribe, notification bell ringing, comment section, hit it, and tomorrow is the next episode, and I hope you enjoyed this one. If you want to support the channel, see the description of the video. See you in the next one. Bye bye.